if you have trusted Him right from the start to take over everything that concerns you. God is not going to give you someone who would not express His agape love to you first. He would not give you someone who would bring tears and pain to you. Rather, He would bless you with someone who would be willing to go the extra mile for you. Someone who would show you the real definition of a godly man or woman that has all the spice you need to have a godly and happy home. You might be coming from a broken home where you were only able to see the negative side of marriage, and that has made you feel that real love doesn't exist. You probably think marriage is just a contract between two people, just for the sake of making babies, or for some people, it's just a means for you to run from financial insecurities. To others, also it could just be that you have been hurt so badly by someone you love and gave your all to, and right now there is no love left inside of you. The only reason you want to do this is because all the pressure that you are getting from family to be married. But in the depth of your heart, you are scared and wondering if it is going to be possible for you to have the kind of home that you have always wanted from the start. The kind of home that would give you the peace and joy that you are looking for. Don't worry, dear. God sees and knows your heart, and so He would not leave you at this junction. Let me tell you now that it is time for you to love again. It is time to let go of all the wrong reasons that's making you want to be with someone in this institution called marriage. God knows that just one single person alone in this world is just not enough on the long run, because you would become lonely, and so He created marriage. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 4 verse 9 to 12 says, "Two are better than one, because they have a good, more satisfying reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him who is alone when he falls and has not another to lift him up. Again, if two lie down together, then they have warmth. But how can one be warm alone? And though a man might prevail against him who is alone, two will withstand him. A threefold cord is not quickly broken." We all need someone at some point in life. So because you are broken now, doesn't mean you would not heal and need someone in your life. Your home is going to be perfect. There is absolutely no reason to fear. Christ in you will give you all the wisdom you need to have a successful family. The reason why most marriages fail is that one or both of the partners entered the marriage for a wrong reason and a wrong motive. And once that reason has been achieved, there is nothing else that would serve as a driving force in that home. And then it's beginning to get boring, because what you are looking for has already been acquired. Beloved, marriage is a sacred place, created by God to reveal a side of Him, which is love and intimacy. The book of 1 John chapter 4 verse 12 says, "No one has ever seen God. If we love each other, God remains in us, and His love is made perfect in us." When you are ready to love for the right reasons, ready to open your heart to someone else, then God's love will become perfect in you and also give you the ability to put His or her needs before yours. Because in order to have a godly and happy home, you need to love your partner in every capacity. As you make this decision to trust and love for the right reasons, a happy and godly home will be your portion. The truth is, no relationship comes with a lifetime guarantee that there would not be misunderstanding. Feeling frustrated and at some point, you would want to end it, but we as believers already know the principles that we have to keep a strong and solid foundations that even when these challenges come, and the devil would want to use it as an opportunity to destroy your home, God is going to give you all the strength that you need to fight and kick that devil out. Eventually, all that joy that you want in your marriage is what you are going to get. A godly and happy home can only be found in Christ. As Christians, we already know that applying biblical principalities to our marriage will give us a stronger and reliable foundation than those of unbelievers who have no idea of these principles. If you are already married and right now your marriage is going through a phase that you don't know if the marriage will survive it, then I think it's time you start applying these principles so you have a godly and happy home. This principle I'm talking about is putting Christ before anything else in your marriage. The reason why more married couples lose interest in their marriage when things become difficult is because they thought their partner was all they needed to have that home they wanted. They had high expectations from their partners. They wanted love and happiness, and for them they thought a spouse would be able to give you all. Beloved, that is not true. No human is fully capable of giving you all you need if not Christ himself. The pressure would become so much that they would begin to fall in every other area in their lives. Your partner is not all you need. Without Christ in your marriage, your spouse would be unable to fulfill all what God has promised you for a happy home. Beloved, it is time to get Christ involved, because He was your first love, and to experience what you are looking for, you need Him in it. The purpose of God for your marriage was to discover spiritual intimacy with your spouse, and not completely forget Him, and make your marriage an idol in your life because of all your expectations. You must feel broken right now, but worry no more, as you reconnect back to the source of life, the source of everything good. A godly and happy marriage is going to be your portion. As a single, trusting God to be married, I want you to know that a godly and happy home will be your portion. You don't need to be scared, but in the midst of searching and finding your soulmate, don't get caught. Come in it and be looking for someone who will complete you, because spiritually speaking, only Christ has that attribute, and depending on your spouse to give you that is idolatry. You want to make them God, which they are not and can never be. We find our purpose, fulfillment, and wholeness in Christ. Even if your spouse tries to give you that, they would fail every single day. Nobody can live up to such expectations. A man or woman who loves God is going to come your way, and the both of you will discover the purpose and pursue Christ together. Bad days would come, and you might see your spouse yelling at you, telling you stuff that you never expected them to say, but in the end, you would still have the ability to forgive and love them because of the love of Christ in your heart. Lastly, a godly and happy home will be your portion, but you need to have patience, forgiveness, love, and mercy to be able to love and appreciate your partner no matter the situation that you both might find yourself in when you are married. No one is perfect. We are all working towards perfection, and with your understanding of what the real definition of loving someone is, you would be able to stay together forever. Beloved, Christ wants to be involved in every aspect of your life. Don't get carried away that you forget to put Him in the picture. Your marriage is going to be among the best, because even today we still have happy homes. Your marriage will not fail because Christ never fails. You would see your children round about your table in your old age, because a godly and a happy home is already your portion.